What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I'm doing a live streaming, live analysis and live discussion that we do every trading day, now also in Sunday. So this is your trading coach. Now I want to give you a clear idea of how the market is moving. This is the first day of trading week. As I mentioned before, first day of trading is always incredible. This is the starting of the day, starting of the week, and this is a very important session, guys. Make sure you stick till the end to see everything what's happening in the market, and we'll analyze everything in a proper way so that you can learn and grow as a trader. And during this live session, if we find any trade, we'll jump on the trade. And let's begin with some of the pairs. Now before I begin, make sure guys you give a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and also check if you subscribed or no. If you haven't subscribed, then I'll recommend you to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out any of the update, anything that we are releasing every single day. Now some of the pairs, as soon as market open, has given us incredible trading opportunity, as you have seen. Let's see one by one all of them, how we can approach and what we did in the past. Also look at it. So if you closely look at, you'll see that we have seen an incredible trading opportunity here on AUD CHF that already got given. So first let's look at, first of all, gold, to see what it did as soon as market open. Now as you can see, gold in fact going up and down as expected. This is the first session candle, the red one, and then as soon as this candle closed, now it is going up again. So let's look at the daily perspective to see in fact how gold market open. Now as soon as gold open, we have seen primarily a bounce to the downside. Now as I mentioned before, that gold is likely to come back down. Looks like that it is creating a bearish move for the time being on the lower time frame. So we have seen a very strong bearish candle. As I mentioned earlier, I think that gold might come back down here, okay, before going any kind of pushing to the upside. So it's still in a sideway. So when the market in a sideway, you need to be very careful, guys. Keep in mind, it is very important that you understand the market structure before jump on a trade. So gold we'll discuss in an elaborate way before we decide which way we'll be trading. But first let me look at the chat. Don't hesitate to ask anything if you have any question. Boma, good morning Boma. Hi there, thank you very much. Azzy, sir, analysis on Euro USD, I think it's bullish move. Let's look at it. We'll look at it. Abdiwahab, morning everyone. Sir, I hope everyone is fine. Yeah, absolutely, everyone is fine. Everyone, let us know how you are. This is the first day of trading week, guys. Let me know in the chat how you are. How are you? This is my question. I'm expecting an answer from you, because this is the first day of trading week. It's like the morning will tell you how the day will go. So this is a very important week, guys, because this is NFP week in fact. So when there is an NFP, it's an incredible week in one word, because NFP is like a festive season for traders. So every industry has a festive season. So when there is a festive, there is always some fun, some good move, and NFP is a festival for traders. So this is the NFP week. Definitely we'll enjoy this week very much. Absolutely. Daniel, good morning. US oil, yeah, absolutely. Pankaj, good morning sir. Pankaj, thank you very much. Mohanat, hi coach, hope you had a great weekend. Please US30. Thank you Mohanat, absolutely, I had a great weekend, very good weekend, thank you very much. Basarna, good day everyone. Basarna, thank you very much. Mansuke, GBP cat, yeah, we'll look at it. Thumbs up guys for your coach. Thank you Mohanat for your invitation. That's really mean a lot. Thank you very much. Let's look at US oil. Now US oil, as I mentioned early yesterday, it in fact, US oil has a very strong rejection to the downside. As you can see, this is the first session candle, has broken down completely on US oil. So if you look at the daily, we see that after this daily bearish engulfer, we have seen that US oil in fact has broken this monthly level of support, which is a very important level of support, which is turning resistance. Now if we draw this level, what we see that this is a support here, okay, support here, which is turning resistance here. This is a very important level, now has broken completely. This is the daily chart, which doesn't have in fact wick at the top. As you can see, when you see this kind of breakout, it's in fact a very strong move. So the way the US oil is forming, if I look at the weekly, what I think that US oil might drop even back to this support zone. So there is no significant nearest level of support for US oil to hold the price. So what I think that US oil will just continue to drop, guys. This is a really great movement on US oil. Now after this move, you see this current candle closing as a doji. What I think that after, even if you see that this candle closes as a doji, it might give us a selling opportunity. After 1 hour 22 minutes, this candle is closing. But I think that if this one closes as a doji, the price even may respect this doji's high and then could drop. So that's a sniper entry, but looks like that it is coming back down in that way. So this is a very powerful movement on US oil. I think that this market will continue to drop. This is a very strong breakdown. When you see this kind of breakdown, always think of selling. No way to buy US oil at this point until we see very strong movement to the upside. So NAS100. Okay, let's look at now indices US30. We see that as soon as market opened, there is a bearish candle has been formed, but still this is a bullish market, guys. Keep in mind, I'm not gonna be bearish yet. Let me look at the monthly. We see that there is a rejection from the monthly resistance zone. So if you draw this trend line, still didn't reach there, but looks like that it's trying to create a kind of bearish pattern. Okay, so this is the weekly level, where we see that after previous weekly bullish candle, this week open with a gap coming back down. Let's draw this weekly support zone to see in fact where the price is heading. Okay, so you see that this is the weekly support zone. Now if I go to the daily, what I would say that US30 now coming for a retracement. I can't say this is a reversal because a trend doesn't reverse like that. You need further movement to the upside, probably will create double top or any kind of, then we can say that it is reversing. Still this price action is bullish. Now if we look at the US30 on the intraday perspective, we see that there is a a red candle here, which is in fact, for me, it's also a liquidity grab. For me, it's still bullish, but as the trend is a bit overextended, it is possible to reverse. Now to reverse US30, we could potentially see a head and shoulder, then we can say that US30 reversing, because to reverse a trend, okay, you need clear reversal pattern. Now US30, you can see that the price now it's breaking down, but as I told you, until we see clear reversal pattern. Now reversal pattern could be like that, a candle going up, creating a possible head and shoulder, and then could go up, but we can't guess now until we see clear direction. So for now, my goal is to see either it is reversing or no. If it is reversing from that zone, because it's now overextended on the monthly, so there is a probability for reversal now. Okay, but to see that, we need to see clear reversal pattern on the lower time frame, especially on the 4 hour. So if we see, let's say the price couple of candles created a head and shoulder, rejecting from this level, then we will be going short on US30. But for the time being, it is still bullish, and we'll look at how we can trade over time. Good morning, sir. I'm good, thank you very much. Bidas version NAS100 please, and silver please. Okay, look at it, sir. I have text question to you in Telegram, but okay, I'll look at it. Hi, that no problems. I'll look at it. Good night, coach from Nigeria. I'm trading Dodge and Gbpusd, thinking about few NZD pairs. Yep, I'll look at it. Masuki, I'm okay. Just enter GBP. Yep. Charity, good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much. US30 is dropping today, sir. Yeah, we'll look at all of them. So now let's look at guys on some of the pairs that you guys are asking for. What is that? Okay, NZD pairs. Okay, so we'll look at, okay, the one that AUD CHF, as I told you yesterday, guys, when I was doing the live streaming, even on Sunday, what did I say? That first session of trading week is the time when I love making money, and I love trading and sending the signals to the students. And what we did that on AUD CHF, I will explain why I have taken this trade. And this trade AUD CHF, as you can see, worked out exactly well. We secured profit on this one at 1.3% as soon as the market opened. Give a big thumbs up. This is the alert. You can see that sent to the students, and we closed with full profit. Now let me tell you in what situation I have called this trade. Now this is the great learning that you can learn. Look at this one here. If I replay this chart, what we see that AUD CHF, this is the last week's candle on AUD CHF. This is where the market closed on AUD CHF. And what we have seen that as soon as market opened today, we have seen the market opened with a gap. Okay, so with that gap opening, what we have seen, the price basically created a gap opening and rejection to the downside. Okay, strong rejection from here, and from this zone, when I have seen that, I know that this market is going to drop, because if you look at the top, you see that series of lower high has been created on AUD CHF. Now with that series of lower high, what we have seen that the price was breaking down, and this is the gap opening, and that's where we jumped on a trade. That's what I told you, that guys, that this is the first session is very, very important, and all the time the first session trade is always worked out very, very well. And thank you very much for joining this live, Forex Trading Wizard Academy, for in this live session, staying here. This is as I told you that Forex Trading Wizard Academy is committed to give the best trading education, best learning experience, as well as best trade alert, so that you guys can learn and earn at the same time. So you can match with this timing, and everything is here. As I mentioned, if you want to be in that part to receive profitable trade like that, to learn the strategy that we are using in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, and also have all the trading tools, you can find a link in the description area. You can visit us, you can join us, and then become an independent, professional, profitable trader. So let's jump on other pairs that now we can see. Before that, let me look at the chat. Kalim Salam. Kalim, thank you very much. Chitra watching from Kenya. Thank you very much. Kalim, how are you? I'm good, Kalim. Thank you very much. So let's look at now USD pairs. Let's look at euro dollar, what it is doing. Euro dollar, guys, as you can see, as the gold is moving in a sideways, we will be we see that euro dollar also moving a little bit in a sideways. So what is likely to happen? Let's look at the daily. Now this is the daily opening on euro dollar. Okay, for me, let me look at weekly. Okay, the price action is still bullish, but as I mentioned that this week is NFP. Let's look at the news calendar. Will give us a really good clear idea of which way the market is heading. If you look at the news calendar on euro dollar, on all the pair, for all the pairs, so you see that There is news coming up today. There is news already gone at AUD USD, and we took the full advantage of that trade on AUD. We secured that profit on AUD. Now, so tonight there is another news coming up. It's tonight or this tomorrow. That means that tonight there is no news. So on Wednesday, that means tomorrow is Tuesday night, which is in Sydney, 12:30 a.m. CAD and GBP news is coming and USD news is coming. So we could see that these pairs, GBP USD, CAD and GBP, all those pairs might getting volatile. Now guys, as I mentioned, see, I want to give you all the knowledge that you need to become a trader. That's why I always explain everything very clearly so that you understand. But if you have any question, definitely let me know. See, this trade was sent, you see this timing, 12:03 p.m. This is the Sydney time. I'm giving you exactly the clue. See, this one sent at 12:03 p.m. Sydney time, which is now 3:47 p.m. okay, and the news was released at 10 a.m. in Sydney time, just 2 hours later. See, this is the fundamental side of trading that I consider in my trading. I'm sure that you guys also consider that. And this is the main thing that, see, this is where I looked at that trade, that there is a gap opening and some other factors involved. Let's do a full analysis on AUD CHF and then we'll jump on other pairs. So if you look at the monthly time frame, we see that AUD CHF is a long-term bearish, okay? Always when I open the chart, I look at the bigger picture first. So AUD CHF, we see that on the monthly perspective, this is a long-term bearish. There is a long monthly candle followed by this retracement. There is another monthly candle. This is the candle that is closing, but this candle is in fact highly bearish, okay? Upon closing of this candle, we could see that AUD CHF is coming back down, high probability bearish. Weekly perspective, now you see that weekly, this is the previous weekly candle that has closed with a lower high. That means the buyers are not strong enough on AUD CHF. Highly likely that this market will drop. Now looking at daily, what we see that in fact on the daily perspective, there was a doji the last day of trading week. Today the market opened with a gap, big gap, and as soon as the market opened with a gap, we saw the news is released. And if we look at the intraday perspective, you see there's a big gap opening, and I was waiting to see how the gap is behaving. See, always keep in mind, just gap opening may not be enough for you. So once I saw that gap has been tested here, okay, gap has been tested and the price crossed the opening exactly here, I have entered the trade, and you see that the price already created a reversal pattern here on AUD CHF and then broken out of the gap. Okay, so when did I close the trade in with profit here? You see the price is going now the other direction. Why did I close the trade here? Is because when I saw that in just maybe less than an hour we hit this much profit, and the reason I have closed the trade and also I send them to the students to close is because when you see a big move in the first session like that, okay, highly likely that it will reverse again for a deeper retracement. And that is why we have, because we almost reached 1.3 times profit, and why should you wait? And that's what I said yesterday in this live session in the weekend, that Monday is always best day and Friday are best days for me as a trader and for my students. Okay, so let's jump on to the chat, guys. See, let me look. Euro dollar, Abhishek, euro dollar, yeah, absolutely, Abhishek will look at it. Maybe gold, yeah, hi sir, could you look at Aussie yen? Yeah, look at it. Gold, yeah, no problems. John, good morning from Kenya, how are you doing? I'm very good, thank you, John. Rizban, good day, coach, thank you very much, Rizban. Let's look at some other Aussie pairs. So we see that there is a big drop happen in Aussie pairs. Aussie yen also has broken aggressively to the downside, so which is what do we see that Aussie yen there is a big rejection. If we look at bigger picture on Aussie and what we see that let me look at it. See, there is a wickless candle on the daily time frame, a big rejection to the downside. So what I think that if we look at the weekly perspective, we see that on the weekly perspective as well this market has broken down. Let me look at the monthly. So monthly, weekly. Okay, so monthly, you can see that on Aussie yen, on the monthly perspective, we see that in fact the market created a lower high on the monthly, has completely broken down. Now this market was in a long-term bullish market, but we see that the market is slowly turning into a bearish market, so we could potentially see a bigger move. Weekly perspective, yeah, that's the possibility that Aussie yen this week turning to be bearish. Now looking at the daily, guys, this is a big move happen in the first session of the week. Now for me, best place to sell Aussie yen, we need to, because this is the daily candle, as you can see, already made the move to the downside, and highly likely that later today the price will go up for a deeper retracement, and I will be selling again Aussie pairs, because looks like that Aussie pairs might come down a lot. If you look at the news, what you see that there is something announced here that causes Aussie pairs to slide down. Okay, so looking like that Aussie pairs getting weaker. Now this is intraday time frame, guys. You see that there's a big drop happen. Now this current candle, you see 1 hour 6 minutes remaining, which is a very narrow candle. What I think that, okay, I might jump on Aussie yen trade again. What I think that either this candle even could continue to drop. This is a sniper entry. What could happen, Aussie yen either might test this high as a resistance and then drop, or even it could even drop from here. Based on how this current candle is closing, I might sell Aussie yen again, because there's a big drop happen, and see that the longer the consolidation, the stronger the breakdown. Now the way Aussie yen has broken down, giving us a potential for a big move to the downside. So Aussie yen, you can see that for a very long period of time it was consolidating. So when you see a big consolidation, you can expect the price to continue to drop. Okay, so look at this one here. Very soon, as soon as we will find entry, we will enter Aussie yen trade. Okay, yeah, Aussie yen, highly likely that this price will drop. Okay, so let's keep Aussie yen on our chart and see what happened. Now in terms of Aussie dollar, okay, dollar, you know that anytime dollar might get weaker, so I would say that Aussie yen is better than Aussie dollar, like a USD. Aussie yen might, just after testing this level, we could see that this market is started to drop. So based on how the candle forms, we'll consider going short. For me, it's highly bearish. Abhishek, euro dollar, please. Yeah, Gbpusd, please sir. I'm buy position in euro USD and Gbpusd. Okay, I'll look at it. Pankaj, can I hold that? I'll see. I'll look at it. The king elephant. Hello sir. Hello. Euro CHF, please have a look at it. Chad, hello. Chad, thank you very much. Bidayas, sir, please. GBP, JPY. Okay, so Euro CHF. Okay, we see that there is a primarily a drop. Now if we look at the intraday perspective on Euro CHF, we see that there is a strong drop happen, but as CHF getting stronger, I think that Euro CHF might come down or might move in a sideways, because with the weekly perspective we see that Euro CHF has created this bearish candle. If you look at the daily, we see that in fact the price has come back down. Okay, now what I think that because euro CHF getting a little bit of stronger, euro also a little bit of stronger, let's see how it does, but looks like that it might move in a sideways, highly likely, because if you look at the low of this candle, it is creating series of higher low, okay, on euro CHF, and the price in an important level. So we could potentially see that euro CHF highly likely that we might move in a sideways or may create further bearish price action. Let's see on the progression of this day, we'll understand how it is doing. After we see further movement, we can consider, but for the time being we might see that euro CHF is moving in a sideways. Okay, so yeah, I think that it might move in a sideways, or after testing this 20 EMA on the 4-hour, we could see that some bearish move. Okay, so based on how the price action does, we'll look at later today. Okay, so let's look at dollar pairs, AUD USD and euro dollar. Looking at euro dollar, okay, so this is the weekly chart. We have seen a gap opening on euro dollar. Looking at monthly, so there is a monthly close coming, daily, okay. So for me, euro dollar, as I told you, is still bullish. Okay, it is still bullish, but from here, okay, how it is interacting with this level will determine in fact which way the market might be heading, because there is a monthly close coming. We might see deeper retracement. This is as per my weekly forex forecast on euro dollar, what I have analyzed and predicted, that euro dollar is likely to come to this level where there is a previous support zone here, and also with this doji creating a support. And for me, what I think that euro dollar, after testing this, we might see further movement down, and based on how it is doing here, we will see either bullish or bearish. But for the time being, from here, okay, what I think that euro dollar might come back down further to this level. So if you are short-term trader, you could see some bearish move on euro dollar. Looking at the daily, you see that there is a gap opening, and with that gap opening, we could see for short term some bearish move, but long term is still bullish. Okay, still bullish. So if you, this is the weekly chart, we saw a gap opening, there is a lower high, and also today created lower high. So yeah, for the short term we might see some downward move after testing this level. There is a 20 period moving average here on euro dollar. Now with that retest, based on how the price action is forming, will determine which way we can trade. Yeah, so let's keep it as a short-term bearish, long-term bullish. So this could be the support where we might see bounce, but I don't think that euro dollar will be able to break this way. Instead, from this gap, we could see that it is coming down further. Okay, because there is NFP coming. Okay, and what I think that euro dollar might come that way, like this, in this way, sideways, like the gold, and then from this support zone we could see that euro dollar creating a bullish move. Yeah, so there is a gap opening, that's the crucial part. And if you look at this here, the previous session, the last session of trading week, this red candle, gap opening with a bearish candle. So from this level where there is a gap and 20 EMA, I think that, so this is the level, let's say 1.0373 to, so around 50 pip move might happen in euro dollar from this level. Okay, 50 to 60 pip down could come, and after that we have to decide which way the market is heading. Okay, for me it might drop from here to this level. All right guys, hopefully that you understood. So for me, euro dollar short term around 50 to 60 pip may come down today, and then we'll see which way the market is might be heading. Chat, what's the reason for gap opening? Okay, many things, sir, no problems. So chat, which one you are asking, euro dollar or AUD CHF that you ask, which one? So AUD CHF, the gap open. Okay, see the gap open, you can't explain why the gap opens. Is because of some of the event happened during the weekend. Gap open because of that reason. Because see, as a retail trader, the main reason the gap open is because, see, we retail trader, we only can trade in the weekdays, but institutional trader can trade during the weekend also. They can place order during the weekend, they can trade, and when they, because they trade in the weekend, the market open with a gap, because the market is still moving. Probably they close some position and the gap open happens. So this is why the gap opens during the weekend, and gap is really a good indication of how the market might move. Not always, but when you see gap open in an important area, you can consider a good move with the gap opening. Okay, so Aussie Yen, we see that it's creating a rejection from here. So I think that Aussie Yen might have a little bit of a stronger move to the downside. Okay, let me know in the chat guys what you are trading. So let me look at some other pairs. Dollar CAD, okay, including NZD USD. Okay, NZD USD also looks like that. Yeah, this one also open with a gap. The price is hitting this 20 EMA after 56 minutes. This candle is closing. I think that this one is showing a little clear bearish than euro dollar, NZD USD. Okay, now this price action, you see this here, a move, like a drop, rejection, a correction, a drop, correction. So this is basically bearish price action. So for short term, okay, this zone you see NZD USD, as you can see, there is a gap opening, and also there is a middleman. Okay, so what I think that this one also likely to drop. Okay, if you look at the weekly, there is a big gap on the weekly as well. If you look at the daily, yeah, there is a gap, and that gap might be contributing for a drop, and it could even drop to this daily 20 EMA. Okay, so on the 4 hour, which is in fact a big move happen if it happens. Okay, so let's look at GBP USD. Yeah, the same thing happened with GBP USD. Now keep in mind, until we see clear rejection, still the trend is up, so we need to see. For me, I think that dollar pairs might getting a little bit of weaker, so this gap playing a big role here with a middleman, the bulls not finding enough strength. Okay, just looking at all of them guys. So EuroCAD, let me look at EuroCAD, guys. EuroCAD has given us a very strong bullish engulfer, and then again the price. So as I told you that when there is a monthly and weekly close, the price behave very, very differently, and that is why it is so important for us that we keep eye on monthly and opening close. Okay, so looks like that in euro dollar also. See, this is the main thing that I tell on trading. You need to think very quickly when you are trading. See, this is the red candle that has formed in the first session, and this candle showing significant bearish movement on euro USD as well. Okay, so we could see strengthening in dollar so far, and that's how as a trader we analyze the market. We can't like insist on something well very early. We have to react and act based on current time price action. Okay, so the current time price action currently on euro dollar, what I see that is currently showing bearish pressure. If you closely look at this 2 sessions candle, this one is a middleman. That's middleman in fact has a long wick here, okay, and long wick here as well, and it has a strong body open with a gap separated from this level, potential breakdown on euro dollar. Okay, so in that case it is not impossible to see that in fact euro dollar again has come back to the baseline. Okay, and in that case it is possible to happen even to this level. So in case if it come back to this level, that could be a big move, isn't it? So initially we are expecting, let's say 60-70 pips, so it could be even 100 pip move down. Okay, so for me euro dollar, Gbpusd, NZD showing bearish move. Victor, what do you think of Gbpusd? So all those, what about gold? Okay, so let's look at, so if euro dollar Gbpusd bearish, gold might come back down, okay, or move in a sideways. Let me look at Gbpusd. Okay, so same thing, Gbpusd so far the price action showing bearish move. Okay, this middleman open with a gap from this level. As the monthly close is coming, it is possible for Gbpusd also to continue to drop. Okay, so this price action, what we see for me, it is reversal here. Okay, so if you closely look at how the price action is formed, is there is a rejection and then correction and then drop. Now it is in correction mode. So if you compare currently the price action here, is bears are stronger than bulls. And also as I mentioned before, that always you need to consider the timing. Okay, in what context you are trading, what's the timing of your like in what time of the week or day or month it's happening is very, very very important, because timing is crucial. Is the monthly close is coming, weekly close is coming, it's very important. So what we see that there is a weekly close is coming, monthly close is coming, pardon me. So with that monthly close, if you look at the monthly, and it is possible for us for a deeper down retracement on the monthly, and after the monthly close we could see a rise again. So yeah, for the short term on Gbpusd and euro dollar we could see drop. But so then why I'm not jumping on a trade is, the reason is only because the price action is still bullish. Okay, so what we need, okay, for entering a trade is the price to test this zone, this gap area, to create a lower high and then break down. Once we will see that breakdown, we can jump on a trade. But for me is better NZD USD, AUD USD, or AUD USD also showing strongly bearish. For GBP USD, it's a little bit stronger GBP. So always I try to trade the weaker currency with the stronger currency. If dollar getting stronger, then looks like that NZD and Euro pair is weaker than GBP. Okay, so let's see what happened in the next session or so. So as I mentioned, that's trading, guys. You see that AUD CHF, we secured the profit. And when it comes to trading like that, sometimes this one trade is enough for some of you for the whole week's income, isn't it? So that's the main thing that I try to teach my students, is that more analysis, more patience, trade less. When you trade it with high probability, take the profit, and then that's it, right? So trade less, more observation, more analysis, more discussion, trade less. This is the key to become a profitable trader. Show them. Okay, very good, thank you. Gbpusd gold, sir, gold, yeah. Can we get trade from 1755, sell 1750? Okay, Gbpusd. Let's look at Gbpusd. So gold, look, the way gold is doing is, I think that this market might remain in a sideways, a little bit of bearish move. So this is what I expected in the weekly forex forecast. You remember that what I think that gold is coming back down here. Okay, so to come back down, yeah, you see this going up. What I think that it will do like that, okay, move in a sideways, slowly will come back down like that. So highly likely that it will sideways, unless you are trading in 5 minutes, 1 minute. I will not say that gold is currently, you can find a trade here. Once we will see that, definitely we will be jumping on the trade. Okay, so if that's the case, let's say if we see that, let's say euro dollar, NZD USD, gold is coming down, then US30 also bearish. Okay, see the way US30 now forming this price action, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, we could see a head and shoulder. Okay, so if we see a head and shoulder, now you have seen many of my analysis. I mentioned that when you see a higher time frame such as monthly, if you look at the monthly, this market currently just been overextended. If you see that this is a bearish engulfer long term, the price has broken that resistance zone on the monthly. If I look at the 4-hour time frame, we see that the price, in fact, you see that from that zone has broken down with a middleman. What I'm expecting on US30 to give me a head and shoulder, okay, head and shoulder, and then to highly likely that if it creates a head and shoulder, it should come back down again, and then even we could see the prices come back to this level. So US30 currently a little bit of trying to create a bearish move. So all of them basically follow each other. So when you see that euro dollar is bearish, GBP is bearish, gold is bearish, you see that US30 also bearish. They're all in the same move. Okay, now looking at dollar yen, looks like that yen getting stronger. Now dollar yen, you see that this previous session, this 4-hour candle is a very strongly bearish candle. Okay, so that means that if we see, let's say euro dollar, GBPSD is dropping, that means dollar is stronger, And if we see the dollar yen is dropping, that means the yen is stronger than dollar. So in that case, I would prefer yen pairs instead of dollar pairs. That's how I think. You see that? Normally, we are developing a currency strength meter, as I mentioned, in our Forex Trading User Academy. That will definitely give an advantage. So, but from my experience, this is how normally I find trading opportunity in the market for the best pairs, is to look at the pairs. Say for example, if I want to trade AUD USD, and if you want to trade Aussie Yen, which one I should be shorting? You see that Aussie Yen is now coming back down. I will be definitely shorting Aussie Yen, because if I look at dollar yen, okay, if I look at dollar yen, if I see the dollar yen is bearish, that means dollar is getting weaker against yen. So if that's the case, then why should I sell Aussie dollar? I should sell Aussie yen, right? And that's the thing. No preference. The preference is making money. So the way this price action is forming now, Aussie yen, as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, to me, it is likely to break down to the downside. You see, strongly rejecting from this previous support zone, which is turning resistance. And what we see that in fact the price is, this is the previous support zone, which is turning resistance and creating a very strong rejection. So yeah, dollar yen is bearish. So yen, like Aussie pairs, in the beginning, as I told you, this is the trade that was sent to the students. We closed the profit full on it, and I know that Aussie pairs is getting weaker, and that is why it's still weaker. Okay, so also keep in mind, the longer the consolidation, the stronger the breakout. So we could see a very strong breakdown on Aussie yen. Okay guys, so if you want to trade this like with us, you can find a link in the description area. You can visit the website and join us to trade and learn our strategy to become an independent, professional, profitable trader. Now for me, I'll just see another rejection on the lower time frame on Aussie yen. Yeah, so you see that there is a very strong rejection. Let's see how this candle is closing, and then we'll decide. So this is a very strongly bearish market now. A big strong breakdown on this one. Okay, so back to the 1 hour doji. Okay, so let's look at all the yen pairs, guys. Looks like that yen getting very strong. Okay, CAD-JPY also highly bearish. Let me look at CAD-JPY. Look at CHF-JPY. So I'll look at now all the JPY pairs. Looks like that very strongly bearish. CHF. Okay, so looks like that JPY is the strongest currently. Okay, we see CHF-JPY also dropping. So in that case, we might have seen a breakdown on JPY also. Dollar yen. Okay guys, CAD JPY. Okay, Let me look at overall picture. We see the support is broken on CAD-JPY, monthly bearish, weekly, everywhere bearish. So let's do one thing. Okay guys, so CAD-JPY has a very strong breakdown. Okay, what this is a nice looking breakdown. Okay, bearish price action with this doji. It has in fact created a very strong bearish price action with this doji. So this kind of bearish engulfer followed by a doji, it's a continuation pattern. And what I think that this market so if CAD-JPY, okay, coming for a retracement along this level, we will be shorting CAD-JPY. For me, it's a very strongly bearish market now, has broken down. Okay, so what do you see that Aussie Yen, I'm just looking at all of them. Let me look at the chat, guys. Simon, please, how do you check currency strength? I mean, the best app for checking it. Okay, so we are developing one for the currency strength, but for the time being, there are some free currency strength meter available on the app store, but I normally don't rely on them. Okay, we are developing our own because it really needs a good effort to find the proper currency strength. Some of them are paid subscription also is not a good idea. So for me, for the time being, I use relative currency. For example, I look at most of the pairs and see which one is doing in what respect. So for example, let's say if I want to trade dollar pairs, I look at compare with yen pairs. So firstly, if I want to go short on AUD USD or Aussie Yen, then which one I should short? I determine based on dollar yen strength. So if I see that, let's say dollar yen is weaker, then I go for Aussie Yen, because yen get stronger, so better to sell Aussie dollar against yen instead of dollar. Hopefully that you understood that way. And once the currency meter strength in currency strength meter available in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy, definitely you will find it definitely to evaluate. It's coming very soon. So guys, looks like that yen is getting very weaker. Okay, Aussie yen, even Gbpujpy, but Gbpujpy might come back again. For the time being, we see that yen got very weaker, and with that said, Aussie yen is currently showing a strong bearish price action. See, this doji is being formed on Aussie yen. Okay, and from this level we might see another wave of drop on Aussie yen. Let's see how this candle close, and based on then we will decide which way we'll be trading Aussie yen. But for me, I think that it will respect the high and then will drop from here again. Okay, we'll look at Gbpusd. Always love to see you, brother. Thank you, Surjit. Thank you very much for your love. I really appreciate that. Good morning, sir. Do you analyze Ethereum? Yeah, we do. So coach, if there is a gap opening in the important level, we can expect with high probability the price will continue in the direction of the gap opening. Is my understanding correct? Yeah, Versana, it depends. Basically gap will give you an additional confirmation. So when you see gap, when you see an important gap level, gap open with a gap, that basically a disconnection. For example, let me give you a gap when you can use it. Let's say a pattern like that, a reversal pattern, okay, like this. Now the market open with a gap. So basically when you see a reversal pattern like that, it should break down, right? Now when you see a gap opening and then breakdown, so that is giving you an additional confirmation. So gap you can consider as like a chain. The price act like this, let's say a chain, okay, a chain of connecting each other like that. And suddenly if you see that one compartment has been separated, then what you can see that the price, it will fall down, right? So the price act like this. When you see a reversal pattern or a consolidation long term and suddenly the market open with a gap, highly likely that it will move down because the price disconnected. So that is what happened on a USDCHF, and that is why I aggressively started short, is because you see there is a reversal pattern here, okay, nice looking double top, and then series of lower high, okay, and suddenly the market opened with a gap and disconnected from that reversal pattern. So that is where we have shorted the short the USDCHF. And yeah, that's how I normally use gap. You see the same thing here as well. After a gap opening from this reversal pattern, suddenly the price has come back down well below, and later it has gone up. So but it didn't work here. It worked, it dropped here also. You see there is a gap opening, and then but later it has gone up again. But it's still, if you are trading this gap, okay, if you keep a stop loss above this high, that's in fact a good trade. So that's how gap works once you understand. So basically if you see a reversal pattern or any kind of pattern and then gap open disconnected from that pattern, is highly likely that the price will move in that direction. Gbpusd forecast drop log. I will look at it. Wow, no problems. Thank you, Shanewaz. JPY getting stronger. I'm short on Euro JPY already. I'm in 100p profit. Wow, that's awesome. I think JP will get more stronger this week. Yeah, looks like that so far. So far we see strength in JPY. On the progression we'll see. Musabah, who enjoy when you do this action quite analyze seriously and watching what you do. Thanks, teacher Nizam. No problem, Musabah. Mushaba, thank you very much for your appreciation. I really feel good that you are in this Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Every one of you really enriching this academy. Thank you very much for coming here, and I'm committed to give the best trading education, best service possible, so that for the dream that you are looking at, you can reach that dream and you can stop losing money. You can become a consistently profitable trader. This is my commitment to my students and to the community. I'll try my best. The only thing that you need to do is to do your part also. Okay, do the proper risk management. Anytime I'm here on YouTube live, even in the academy, I'm easily reached. I think that I'm most available person, available in everywhere, so you can reach me anytime. I try to give maximum availability possible so that you can reach your goal. So the only thing that you need to do is just take a step, take action, believe that you can do it, and you can do it. Okay, let me look at okay, so basically Gbpusd, let me look at Gbpusd. Okay, Gbpusd also bearish. Aussie Yen also looking like that, bearish. Okay, okay, AUD NZD, guys, what do you see? That AUD NZD also looks like that. You see that creating a double top. We have seen a breakdown on AUD NZD. Looking at the daily, okay, this market, I think that it's in another impulsive phase. So we see that AUD NZD is going up for a deeper retracement, and we could potentially see a drop on AUD NZD. So I see that Said, can you check NZD CAD? Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at NZD CAD. Okay, NZD CAD, so far this price action might be now reversing. This is what I mentioned in the weekly forex forecast, that it might reverse. So the way it has formed, okay, looks like that we might see some short-term movement to the downside. This current candle, this narrow doji, for me, I think that we might see some downward move on this one. Let's see, it could bounce from here, but keep in mind there is a long-term bullish, but the way it is forming, I think that it might create a reversal for at least short period of time, or maybe sideways movement slowly and then likely to reverse. So for NZD CAD, I will not tell you to buy or anything, neither to sell until you see clear direction, but keep in mind that this market might be reversing. So for me now, for good pair for trading is AUD NZD. So AUD pairs really giving us a nice looking drop. So yen pairs, okay, very strongly bearish now, including dollar yen and CAD yen, okay, euro yen. So yeah, so yen looks like very strongly bearish, and also CAD CHF, CAD getting weaker against most of the pair. CAD CHF also for me, it's showing a bearish move. Okay, as oil is dropping, you see that oil, US oil, this candle on US oil is bearish. What I think that in all those pairs, US oil is very strongly bearish. So for me, US oil might respect this 74.53 and may continue to drop. Okay, yeah. Euro NZD. Okay, let's look at Euro NZD. Okay, for Euro NZD at the moment I'm not going to do anything because Euro NZD, it's a long-term bearish market. It's now going up. That means that either it is reversing or going for a deeper retracement to this level. So for me, just keeping aside because it might go up for the short term. Okay, we might see some bullish move, but I really don't like to trade against the trend, and that is why I'll keep it aside. Looks like that it will go up, but it's a bearish market. Anytime from this zone we could see a reversal. Okay, so going back to gold, guys, gold looks like that as I think that gold also creating bearish price action for the time being, at least short period of time. Okay, short period of time we could see drop later today. We highly likely that we will see drop on gold. Thank you, no problems. Please sir, what's your analysis on gold? So gold, Sandra, for the time being, I see that gold might drop as AUD getting weaker. You see that AUD CHF has a big drop, and we secured a profitable trade as soon as market open, including me and my students. You see this is the signal. You can check with the real-time chart. We secured a profitable trade, and Aussie Yen showing bearish price action. Aussie dollar also bearish. That means that gold, because gold is fully related to AUD, so we could see that drop on gold, or at least sideways with a bearish move. Okay, Faber Cipollini NZD CAD, for NZD CAD looking like that it might be getting weaker. Okay, so we might see some movement to the downside on NZD CAD. If we look at the weekly, you see that it has opened with a gap, and for me, I think for some, because NZD CAD, this market is very strongly bullish, overextended, but for me, I will say that just be patient, because there is a chance, highly likely, that it will come for a deeper retracement, at least 38.2% Fibonacci. But until I see, so what I'm saying, it is likely to reverse. I'm not telling you sell now, because once it breaks down, then on the retest I'll be selling. Yeah, that's how. So when you see a reversal pattern is being formed, just be patient for the reversal to form. Once you say the reversal formed, has broken down on the retest, then sell. Okay, so for me, I will not recommend to buy, neither sell, but observe price action. I think that it will break down, and on the retest, if you see that it has broken down, then on the retest of this support as a resistance, you can sell, keeping stop loss, because before it reverse, it might do a lot of up and down. So if you sell right now, you might be stopped out unnecessarily. So some pairs already ready for selling. For example, AUD and ZD, it's almost there. AUD CAD, you see that it's also bearish. Aussie Yen is highly bearish. Okay, yeah, Yen looks very strongly bearish. CAD, let me look at the CAD CHF. CAD CHF also strongly bearish. Okay, yeah, these are the pairs, guys. Hopefully that you enjoyed this live session. I'm almost at the end of the first session. We have another one coming up in London and New York session, and make sure, guys, you give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, join if you want to trade with us, and also learn our strategies. As you have seen, we do have incredible trades, as I mentioned, all the time is happening, and at the same time you will be part of this great community where you will find this trade indicator in your basket once you are here. Incredible opportunity. Join us, and I'll see you on the other side. So with that said, I'm gonna end this session, guys. Hopefully that you enjoyed, and I'll come back again live in London and New York session. Let me know. I still have a couple of minutes to go. If you have any question, so that I can cover. For me, looks like that US oil and USD pairs getting weaker, including NZD USD. NZD looks very weaker than against all currencies. So NZD/USD or NZD/JPY. So if that's the case, then NZD/JPY is very strongly bearish. Yeah, we see a breakdown on NZD/JPY. I'll jump on a trade as soon as I will find that suitable entry opportunity. Okay guys, so yeah, that's it. I'll see you in New York and London session live streaming. In the meantime, stay well, stay managed, and thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe for all the updates.